Look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now. Look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now. History is happening in Manhattan, and we just happen to be in the greatest city in the world. In the greatest city in the world. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal. Look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now. History is happening in Manhattan, and we just happen to be in the greatest city in the world. In the greatest city in the world. Work. Do you notice that? Even after the refrain, that we live in the greatest city in the world, it's followed by the words, work. It mentions it in the beginning of the song, it mentions it at the end. But New York City is only the greatest city in the world if you're willing to work, if you're able to work. Hello, fellow fellows and fellow educators. This is Diamond Emerald Skinner bringing you another daily gem, good vibes, education, and motivation. I want to just talk to you for a minute. We live in the greatest city of the world, but it often doesn't feel like it, does it? I know exactly what it's like to struggle through your first 2 years of teaching, or the 2-year tumble, the 2-year tumble, as I'm calling it. That really makes or breaks us. And to be honest, it's a lot of breaking. During my 2-year tumble, I was homeless, hospitalized, helpless, humanized. And that process is what made me into the teacher that I am today. I know, especially right now in the midst of COVID, in the midst of uncertainty, it doesn't look like you'll make it. But you can make it. I made it. And you can make it. This is just another one of the facets to the diamond that you were always meant to be. If you want to shine like a diamond, you gotta get cut like a diamond. And I'll keep revealing my story of the ways that I have been cut and chiseled through this process to make it to where I am today. I know it's not easy. They have no idea what we're dealing with and what we face. They don't know that teacher life. But I do, and I'm here for you to figure it out and to work through it, to coach you through it, to mentor you through it, to get through it together. So I put out a survey. The links will be in the comments of instruction section, and I'll always post it on my Facebook page as well. A quick 5-question survey. Just tell me what you need, what you're going through right now, so that I can address it acutely to make sure that we rise, so that you can be the tenacious and tenured teacher that you're always meant to be. That you can live the life you've always wanted to live, so that you can affect lives the way that you know how to affect lives. They need us. Don't get it twisted. They need you. Let's talk about the schedule. So we got an email. And this email has a link from Mogru, and it takes us to this page. DOE's scheduling models for 2020-21 school year. Model 1 is available to elementary, middle, and high schools, right? So there's the basic 3 models, then we get some D75 models. The thing I want to highlight here, for schools able to accommodate at least 50% of their student population with physical distancing, students will receive in-person instructions for the same 2 days each week, as well as every other Monday for a total of 2 weeks. So we have the model here. Note in Mogru's email, there was a lot of detailed instructions, also talking about safety precautions that need to be made. So make sure to read that thoroughly. I'm not going to go through it with you. I just want to show you these models, right? So there's absolutely a group that is all remote for every single model, just as we're expecting that 20% of our teacher population will be fully remote. I know we're paying attention to that medical accommodations information that we're still waiting for from the CDC. This is one model. We have 2 cohorts alternating each week. right? So the Mondays alternate. Remember, in our schedule, we often have weird Mondays and holidays. So I think that is why that's linked that way. We have Model 2. So the difference is, this is also for elementary, middle, and high school. For schools able to accommodate roughly 1/3 of their student population, students will receive in-person instruction 1 to 2 days per week. This amounts to a total of 5 days in person every 3 weeks. Then there's a note about consistency. There's like 1 day that's consistent amongst Model 2 for each of the cohort groups. So you can see Wednesday's consistent day for A, Thursday's consistent day for B, and Friday's the consistent day for C, and then the 2 days alternate. Childcare was also mentioned in Mogu's email, referring to our requirement that our childcare situation is worked out, including with passing the HEROES Act. We can't get this medical accommodations. We can't have all the safety procedures. It's supposed to be clean. Our school should be cleaned nightly. That's something that was mentioned. We can't do that without the funds. And we can't pay our teachers that we need without the funds. Model 3, available to just middle and high school. So note that. This serves as the same model as Model 2, providing 5 days in person every 3 weeks, but with a different cadence and schedule. There's a 6-day rotation, allowing students to be in person 2 days and remote 4 days. So this is not for elementary, just middle and high school. Yes, just for middle and high school, the different cohort configurations. Then we have models strictly for D75 only. So I know my fellows who started your D75 cohort, this is something that you need to be paying attention to, that your instructors will definitely be modeling for you. And they have different needs, right? So can you imagine, as we've already discussed, this Model 4A, where one group is on and one group is off 1 week or another, we know that wouldn't work for many of our students in different settings, in our different school settings. But this actually would be appropriate potentially for a D75 setting. So what they're asking us to do, right? There are those models for D75, and excuse me for not going through these in detail. But these are the models, and what they're asking us to do is to discuss these. The chapter leaders and the school administrators should be discussing these issues. Feel free, you should be discussing these as teacher groups as well. What do you prefer? They need to be asking us what we think, right? So I'm even going to put that poll out today on Facebook, and feel free to write in the comments, what model do you think works best for your school, right? Saying we had to pick, right? They gave us something. They're asking us to pick 1, 2, or 3. Which one do you think makes sense for you at this time? And of course, something could change next week. But thank you for staying here. Thank you for doing everything that you're doing to stay engaged. And absolutely, I'm always here for you. Fear not and shine bright. Fill that survey. Look out for the Techie Teacher videos on my page about Zoom and some other things, whatever you need. And there will be another series coming in August. So thank you so much. And I'll also be having some forums and stuff so that we can discuss exactly what's going on in an unfiltered setting. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.